Hey everyone! A few days ago, we got the Dahlia's drip marketing, also known as Constance. But until today, we had no details about her kit. The only thing that had been leaked was that she'll be a support character focused on break teams. However, today we finally got some leaks about Constance's possible pre-kit, and in today's video, we're going to talk all about it. I'll tell you right now that if you're a Firefly main, I hope you've been saving plenty of Stellar Jade for this character. Save up to 25% on Oneiric Shards at lootbar.gg. To celebrate version 3.6, you can grab the 6,480 Oneiric Shard Pack, normally $100 in-game, for just $72 on Loot Bar. That's 81 pulls, almost guaranteeing you a 5-star for your account while saving you $28. The process is super simple. Just enter your UID, select your server, and receive your crystals in under a minute. No password needed. Loot Bar uses official recharge channels, has hundreds of 5-star reviews, and partnerships with several big content creators that you probably know, so everything is completely safe. Loot Bar also supports PlayStation 5 and Xbox top-ups. Click the link in the description to get your discount. New users get an extra 10% discount while returning users get 5%. First, let's talk about the confirmed information. The Dahlia is a 5-star Nihility character with the fire element, scheduled to release in version 3.8 on December 16th for North America, and December 17th for other servers. She was made specifically for Super Break teams. In looking at the leaked kit, especially for Firefly, version 3.7 launches on November 4th or 5th depending on your server, and the 3.8 beta should start the same day. This means we'll have the official V1 and all of her kit with confirmed numbers on November 5th. And before we start talking about Constance's kit, I need to give an important warning. This is a leak considered questionable, coming from the leaker Tieba, who has a controversial track record. So take all information about her kit with a grain of salt. The actual official kit from concrete beta information should only come out closer to when version 3.7 releases. Now, let's talk about the leaked kit. In her skill, Constance applies a buff to an ally that lasts 3 turns. When this ally deals break damage, they deal an extra instance of true damage equal to 30% of the original damage. That alone is crazy, but there's more. Each time this buffed ally attacks, Constance automatically applies Lee Fire to the enemy. This Lee Fire works like a special weakness break that deals break damage and reduces toughness. Additionally, enemies gain debuff stacks that reduce their defense, stacking up to 18% total defense reduction. This skill is definitely very strong, but it doesn't stop there. Constance's ultimate creates a field that increases the toughness reduction enemies take by 40%. This is huge because it massively speeds up the time to break enemies. She also deals fire damage in an area. And now comes the interesting part. When you attack enemies inside this field, it's considered weakness break state, but the initial break damage drops to 70%. Before you think that's bad, the damage scales up based on how much toughness you reduce. For every 10% toughness reduced, break damage increases by 5%, up to a maximum of 120%. So the more you break, the more damage you deal. Her talent makes her have a 100% chance to apply Lee Fire whenever she attacks. And when other allies trigger a weakness break, she automatically performs a follow-up attack in an area. This can happen up to 2 times per turn, and the count resets at the start of her turn. When she does these follow-up attacks, she increases her own break effect, which is perfect for scaling her own damage. In the traces, the most important thing is that her ultimate's field can be extended by 3 turns. And when an enemy enters the field for the first time, she applies Lee Fire automatically. Another trace makes her follow-up attacks deal additional break damage to broken enemies. And there's a trace that when her break effect passes a certain value, she increases all allies' break damage by up to 50%. Now let's get to the Eidolons because some of them are completely broken. E1 is insane. When she uses her ultimate, the target of her skill gets an extra turn immediately. And the next time that ally attacks an enemy with those debuff stacks, for each stack, they deal 100% additional super break damage and 100% break damage. Think about the potential this can create with Firefly. It's going to be absolutely ridiculous. E2 makes her energy overflow, which means any extra energy Constance gains beyond what's needed to cast her ultimate gets saved for the next ultimate. She gains additional energy when performing follow-up attacks, and has a 100% chance to reduce all types of RES of the attacked enemy by 25%. E4 further increases her field scaling, making allies' break damage scale much more. And E6 makes her trigger an additional follow-up attack when using her ultimate, and this attack doesn't count toward the 2-per-turn limit. So, looking at this complete kit, some things become very clear. She was designed specifically to be the best super break support in the game, especially for Firefly. The big question, will she replace Ruan Mei? For pure break teams, especially with Firefly, the answer seems to be yes. Ruan Mei will still be better for flexibility and general teams. But if you're building a dedicated break team, Constance seems to be the definitive upgrade. The theorized ideal team is Firefly-Fugue, Constance when she releases, and Lingsha or Gallagher as sustain, basically a breaking machine. Remember, this is a leaked pre-kit. The numbers and mechanics can change drastically during beta. We'll have the official V1, and historically, characters go through significant changes until the final version. The official 3.8 special program will be on December 5th, where we'll see the finalized kit, and then she becomes playable on December 17th. I'll be covering all beta updates as they come out, but now tell me in the comments, what did you think of this kit? If you're a Firefly main, are you planning to get her? As always, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.